It's very seamless to add charts to your Google Slide presentation, and it all works through Google Sheets. In order to add a chart, you go to Insert, Chart, and it gives you 4 options of different kinds of charts to insert: bar, column, line, pie. You would choose these options if you have not started a Google Sheet that has your data and information in it. If you already have a sheet that has your information in it, like I have this one right here with the chart and everything ready to go, and I want to insert that one. So I'm going to go to From Sheets. I'm going to choose that presentation and select. It tells me it's going to import this chart, and you always want to link it to the spreadsheet. Don't unclick that. The reason being is because if you want to make any changes to this chart, you can click on it and it takes you directly to the document, so you can easily change back and forth. So we're going to import our chart into our Google Slide. You can always adjust it and change the size if you need to, like maybe you have some text to accompany it over here. But that's how you insert a chart you have already created. Let's say you have not created a chart yet and you're going to start from scratch. You're going to go to Insert and Chart and choose which kind that you want. This time, let's say I want to do a pie chart. And I want to use a chart that has to do with favorite pizza toppings. So if you look at this chart, it doesn't really give you any sort of information on what I want. It gives you just a basic chart, and you have to go in and make the changes to it. So to do that, you click on the link and you open source. So that is going to open the Google Slide presentation or the Google Sheet presentation that goes along with this chart. And then you just change your data according to what you want it to say. Sometimes the talking does take a little bit of time, so you just have to be a little bit of patient. But then when it pops up, I'm going to input the kind of chart or the kind of pizza toppings into this Google Sheet. So there is our chart. It's going right in how we wanted it to. You can change the title. So I'm going to say favorite. All right, so instead of team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, I'm going to change this to the different kinds of pizza toppings. So I'm going to say just plain cheese and pepperoni and sausage, veggie, and other. So as you see, as I'm changing it up here, the pie chart is changing down here. So now let's change the number of students who feel this way. So I'm going to have 9 people whose favorite is cheese, 7 whose favorite is sausage, 8 whose favorite is sausage, 2 whose favorite is veggie, and 3 who had other favorites. Now let's say you want to change what this looks like. If you click on it, over to the right-hand side, the chart editor pops up. So you can change the different chart styles. You can change the background color of what your chart looks like. You can change the border color. You can make it look in 3D. The maximize just kind of zooms in on it. I personally like it better, not maximized. You can change the font. Then the pie chart will allow you to change all sorts of different other things within the pie chart, as far as if you want the slice itself to be labeled. So you could add the percentage onto the slices. You could put the label on the slices. Um, but I'm going to stick with none for that one. Right, this is where you change your label font and the label size and the bolds and everything. Now, pie slices allows you to change the colors. Maybe you don't like the coloring of how it is now. Pepperoni, that makes sense to be red. Cheese, maybe I want cheese to be yellow. Sausage, to me, makes sense to be like a brownish color. Veggie green, that works. And other purple, that works too. So you can change even what your slices look like. Okay, the chart and access titles, that is what gets changed up here. If you wanted to flip-flop things and put like the cheese, pepperoni, sausage up here and the period down here, you could do it easily there. All right, if you wanted a chart subtitle, you could add that as well. I want my subtitle just to be period 1 because I'm only showing period 1. Okay, so it adds that subtitle in there. And then the legend is just an automated um, position, or you can tell it where you want it to be. There it moves it to the bottom, moves to the top, but I liked how the auto was. That looked good. Once your chart is how you want it, you can go back to your slide presentation and it knows that you've updated it. So this little added update up here appears. If you click on it, it'll then change it to how you wanted your graph to look.